Hello, Larry from Halbert Contracting. This is Joel from JND SEO. And we spoke the other day. I just want to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time, Larry. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you do want to hear more information, let's set up a 10-minute phone call. If not, no big deal. Go ahead and take the free tips that I gave you. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is content. So I'm on your homepage here. And you guys do have a good amount of content under here, which is really good to see. I would say you guys probably have between 300 and 400 words of content. Google recommends having about 1,500. And the reason why is that they're going to rank you higher in searches if you have more content. But the other reason that you want that much content is the more content you have, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into that content. I've highlighted a keyword that I've searched here, which is just roofing Jacksonville FL for Florida. And the reason why is because obviously it's a service you guys offer in a location you offer it in. But also this is what new customers would search if they were looking for these services, right? And so what they would find first would be all of these ads at the top of the screen. The second thing they would find would be this map section. And in the map section, we're going to find the top 3 companies kind of showing up here. And that's all based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. And these are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. We'll actually see a bunch of these in the next section, which is our organic section. And number 1 right here is Home Advisor, which is a directory. So these, we're going to get 10 results per page in the organic section. And these don't show up randomly. They all show up based on Google's algorithm. And that's just really, we've talked about 2 parts of that, which are keywords and key phrases, as well as, of course, the content. So we've searched roofing Jacksonville FL, so we could rank our search or keyword based on the results. So number 1 would go to Home Advisor, which is a directory. 2 would go to gaf.com, which is also a directory. 3 would go to Prime Roofing. And we could keep going, but like I said, I'm trying to keep this a little bit on the shorter side. So next up, I've taken your web address, halbertcontracting.com, and plugged it into a program I use called Ahrefs. What this does is it helps me just to kind of analyze your site and see how it's doing. First thing I see is you guys aren't using your headers at the top of each page. And what that would do is it helps Google to actually find you a little bit easier. So you could use, you could put your name up there, your business name. You could also even put a few keywords in there, which would help you get searched as well and bring in new customers. So if we look at the numbers quickly, you guys have 16 referring domains, and these 16 are sending you back 25 links to your site. All that really means is the referring domains, the 16, those are just websites that you guys have links on. And on those 16, you have 25 links. So a little bit less than, 2 per site. And when people click those links, it redirects them back to halbertcontracting.com. Right now, you guys do have 4 keywords or key phrases that you can be found for. And what these really are like what we put in roofing Jacksonville FL. And these are what bring in the customers or the visitors to your site. And the 4 you guys have, we can see are bringing in right now 1 visitor to your site per month. So let's take a quick look at your keywords and we can kind of see where your visitors are coming from. First thing we see is your name, Halbert Construction. 50 people do search you exactly like that. And what this means is they know who you are. It's probably going to be referrals, people who saw your signs, maybe a neighbor who saw your truck out there. Maybe they want some work done as well. But you guys are in the 8th position for that. So what that really means is that, remember we said there's 10 results per page. So 8's going to put you towards the bottom of the first page because you're going to get 10 of those positions per page. And if you really want to get the visitors, we found that 80 to 85% of people won't go to page 2. They're going to stay on page 1. So really you have to be in the top 10 for each of these. And we see the second one, Halbert Enterprises. 20 people search it, but you guys are ranked 19 for that one. And that's going to put you at the bottom of the second page if there's 10 per page. So really I can tell you right now that your visitor that you guys are getting is coming from Halbert Construction. But you also do want to bring in some new customers. And these right now are pretty much all going to bring you into customers who already know who you are. So to show you this, I'm going to go over to one of your competitors, Prime Roofing. I'm going to put them into Ahrefs as well. You can see they have a header at the top of the page here. They've got their business name, Prime Roofing, as well as a few key phrases, Roofing Jacksonville FL. And that just allows Google to find them a little bit easier. They have almost 500 referring domains, sending back just under 3,000 links to their page, over 4,000 keywords, and they're getting about 1,900 visitors to their site per month. And let's just look at their keywords quickly. They do have a couple that are more national terms, which is bringing them a lot of volume, but it doesn't usually mean that it's bringing you actual calls. So like this first one, metal roof over shingles. Somebody might search this, but they may not be looking for roofing services. And even if they are, they may not be looking in Florida. They could be looking anywhere in the U.S. So even though there's a lot of volume, it's a little bit misleading. So the ones that I would highly recommend would be ones like this, Roofing Jacksonville, Florida. And this is what I was looking for on your page. This would bring you in new customers. So 350 people do search this phrase, Roofing Jacksonville, Florida, every single month. So they're ranked actually #1, which is the best they really can do. And that's going to give them the biggest percentage of that 350. And arguably they'll get about a third or maybe even a little less than that as well from that one. And we could scroll down and try to find a couple more. Let's see. Roofing Jacksonville is a really good one. 50 people do search this, and they're also #1 for that one. So another really good one, but some of these, like I said, roofing plan, I wouldn't necessarily recommend. Steel roof over shingles, wouldn't recommend these as much because the people that might search that may not be someone who actually wants to get their, and I wouldn't recommend bad roofing contractors because obviously you don't want that on your page. All right. But even so, you guys right now are showing the one visitor. If we just got, 3, maybe even 4 really good keywords, and we got you in the top 5 for those, it's very reasonable that we'd be expecting to get about 100 visitors to your site every month from those key phrases and keywords. And 100 visitors, what that would mean to your site, it would probably be about 50 calls to your site. But let's just go ahead and say it's only 20. Let's pretend it's only 20. If it was 20 calls, let's just say 10 of those calls turned into people actually wanting you to go out and do an estimate of their, their roof or other services you offer. And let's say of those 10, let's say, 50% is probably pretty good for a closing percentage, but let's just go ahead and say that it's 20%. So let's say of those 10 estimates, you land 2 jobs a month, right? That would be every month 2 jobs. And, that's pretty low, but even that obviously would bring value to your business and bring you in some additional jobs. And thank you guys for your time. That's all I really have. If you guys want to hear more, like I said, it's a 10-minute phone call we'd set up and talk about a plan. And if not, guys, take the free tips I gave you. Just let me know how they work. I do appreciate the time. Thank you very much and have a great day.